What is going on? It is the OBSCURIST Tourist, and today I come to you from the Maritimes, Eastern Canada, New Brunswick, and to be even more exact, I am in Grand Falls, New Brunswick. You can look right behind me there. That's it itself, the mighty Grand Falls. And today I am headed to the Blue Bell Tunnel, the abandoned Blue Bell train tunnel, just up the road, about a 15-20 minute drive, and it is in New Denmark, somewhere deep in the forest. Hopefully we can find it. But you know what? Half the thrill and excitement of doing what I do is the journey to trying to find something. Even if I don't find it, yeah, sometimes I find what I'm looking for, sometimes I don't. But it's the journey that counts. That's with all travel, pretty much, for now. Let's get on the road. Let's find the abandoned Blue Bell Tunnel. And it seems that even in the middle of the Maritimes, deep in the forest here in New Brunswick, I can't seem to escape my Scandinavian connection. As New Denmark, I mean, I suppose it's not far-fetched to imagine, but it is Canada's oldest Danish community. And look at that, a nice little welcome. Velkommen here in New Denmark. Well, one thing I don't like to do when exploring, but sometimes it's inevitable, is drive down desolate dirt roads, because one of my biggest fears is getting a flat tire, but sometimes you just have to do it. I came across this dirt road probably about 2 miles back, and it led me to a dead end. There is a sort of big culvert there. Is it called a culvert? But it's right there, and the Blue Bell Tunnel is on the other side of that. Looking around, yeah, there's not a whole lot around here, but I am convinced, and I know that the train tunnel is right over there, so I'm going to try to go around because I can't traverse through there. It looks like it's at least 2 miles back, and there looks like a closer road on the other side, so fingers crossed. So I've driven down an old mining road, probably about 15-20 minutes, deep in the forest here. I have literally come to a fork in the road. It is, there's a dirt road that way, there's a dirt road that way, and there's a dirt road filled with snow that way, and I think that is where I need to go. My map has stopped working. There is absolutely no service out here, no satellite service, nothing. So I am just going by my memory of where I think it was on the map. Getting a little bit dicey here, but that's how we roll. Hopefully, another 10-minute walk right behind me through that snow, we will find the Blue Bell Tunnel. Fingers crossed. You are never going to believe it. I can't believe it. But I found it. There it is. Right beyond this little walkway here, filled flooded with water. There it is back there. The Great Bluebell Train Tunnel. I don't know how we are going to get to it, but we will. It's pretty flooded here, but I need to make it over to the other side of this, and I don't really want to get wet, but I did find this old mossy log that I think can help me get over. It's all about improvisation when you do these things. It's really interesting because it's not deep enough to be impossible, but it's deep enough to not be able to walk across. And I don't know if I can get across on this. That's a little too thin. Let's try moving this, oh boy. Let's try moving this over a little bit even more. I don't know. Now it's just falling apart. I'm trying to get it to the part that's the least wide here, which is a bit difficult. I don't know. Can I do it? Can I do it? It is possible. We'll see. Let's give it a go. I did it. I made it. Okay, so let's walk on over, see what we can find in there. It's interesting because you can actually feel that the temperature has dropped down here, just gotten a little bit cooler. You can tell that if you've ever been in a cave or near a cave, this is what it feels like. Just look at the size of this thing. Just immense. You can see the other side through there, but very cool, very creepy. You can also see how remote we are here. I did toy with the notion of going into this tunnel, but after reading more about it and seeing this, you can see all of the rock that has fallen from above. Try to get a wider shot of that. One of the reasons why this tunnel closed was because it was starting to decay and fall in on itself, and they just didn't deem it worthy of trying to save. Again, you can see just some of the water dripping off, and that is helping to erode away the hold of the rock above, and just pretty amazing that this thing is way deep in the New Brunswick forest and mountains, pretty much. I mean, they're not monstrous mountains, but they are mountains nonetheless. Just look at all of these giant rocks that have fallen over the years. Honestly, you don't want that, any of that, even the smallest one hitting you on the head from a 40-foot drop. Just to give you a little background on this giant train tunnel, construction began on this in 1911, and it was completed, I believe the first train passed through here with a load in 1912, and in 1959, I had mentioned it, that a couple of railway workers were bonked on the head by falling debris in there, making them part of an illustrious and rare club, the Turtle Club. That is railway workers who get hit on their helmets by falling debris. They both survived, but ultimately the train company and the owner of this train tunnel deemed that this was just, the demise was soon, and in about late 1959 and 1960, the last train passed through, and that was it. Ever since then, it has been sitting here completely abandoned and alone here in the forest. Some very, very creepy sounds coming out of there. I'm completely alone here and a little unsettling. I gotta get out of here. All right. And it makes me feel like less of a wuss knowing that I wouldn't have been able to walk through this tunnel regardless, because it is completely flooded from entrance to exit and back again, probably about 2 to 3 feet deep, just completely impassable. I'll see if I can send my drone through here. One of the other things to note is that I believe, and I'm not a rock expert, that this is shale. A lot of this is shale rock, so I've already slipped and fallen a couple times just trying to traverse this, and yeah, probably why it makes it so insecure and just unsafe. Pretty wild. We are deep in shit. Okay. I don't know if I can make it back over. Okay, we did it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little excursion. It wasn't a little excursion, it's a pretty big excursion deep into the New Brunswick, New Denmark forest here, surrounded by cliffs and hills, mountains perhaps. Whoa, losing my footing here. The Blue Bell Tunnel right behind me. Very, very cool if you ever get a chance. Probably do it in the summer when it is not so flooded and not so snowy. It's actually like quite warm out here, but the remnants of winter is still alive and well. For now, it is the Obscurist Tourist saying so long, take care of yourselves, stay beautiful, and until our next crazy adventure, See you later. Oh, and listen, if you love what I do and you want to see more, because there is always more content coming, more travel content, more content about weird places and things to see, follow my YouTube channel right here.